giving me a hard time.
Uh-oh.
So I asked Zen to do it.
Now we're live.
Yep.
Ooh.
Am I in the wrong one? Oh, there we go.
There he is.
Hey, I'm not too late, am I?
No, never.
I just ran in the door here.
Bob, do you know Alex?
Never met like on stream or anything, but I've seen the name.
Hey, Bob, I'm Alex.
Hello, what's up, bud?
How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good if I can stay inside.
Me too.
Yeah. I was building that cabinet today, and then it started snowing on me, and then I had to move everything inside, start working in the garage.
I seen Bob's video today where he made that trade with Corey.
Oh yeah.
You should have snuck some duckweed in there anyway.
Yeah, I would. You know what? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I watched that. It looked like he tried, but then he made you put everything in that catch cup.
Yeah, there was like 3 pieces of duckweed.
That's all it takes.
But the good news is that he messaged me today and said there's more Cyprichromis that we missed, so I got to go back and get more.
There you go.
That's one fish I've been chasing.
Are far superior to orange lasers, so I'm okay with a trade.
Yeah.
I've been chasing those myself. And Cyprichromis leptosoma.
Yeah, they don't. There's not much export coming out of Lake Tanganyika these days.
Yeah, and when you do find them, you better snatch them up.
Yeah. I did like your video because you show yours just like mine. I pull this Christmas moss out and you can't see for 5 hours. That's me. That's every one of them. Even when I vacuum them, I don't even get all the mold. I leave half of it on purpose.
Yeah, I don't. I rarely gravel vac, and it shows.
Yeah, but a lot of times those dirty tanks breed the best.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, I've got everything breeding in here, and everything looks like crap. So
It's a secret.
Yep.
I tell everybody these crazy trout gadias I had, in the sterile box filter, sponge filter, perfectly clean water, never got a fry. Got mad, threw them in that dirty old under gravel tank. You can barely see through the glass. Now I got 100 of them.
Yep. Well, just like this 40 up here, when that started clearing up, the black schultzite stopped spawning. And so I had to take the filters out so it would get all, like that again.
Get nasty.
And now we probably can't see, but there's eggs up in the corner now. So they're right back at it now that it's dirty.
Mm-hmm. I think I only got one tank that I could say is clean.
I have 2, I think. 3. Well, 3.
But I'm not breeding anything in it, so.
You got Alex, all his are spotless.
Yeah, right.
Alex, you got to show Bob your dinosaurs there.
There's one right there. Oh, a big Emily right here. Here's my arm.
What size of tank is that again?
Can you see it?
Oh, yeah. I have my laptop down here so I can actually see. So phone's up here, laptop down here.
Yeah, there's this is an Enley. There's 2 Enleys in here. An Oscar. There's a Jack somewhere. A couple ornates.
And a little bitty baby.
Not in this tank. This might look clean. I mean, it's pretty dirty, but all the dirt, I've got like 4 inches of mold in my sump. I need to suck all that out again.
That's probably why you wound up with that baby dinosaur in there.
That's how that baby lived in the sump, man. Eating all those detritus worms and stuff.
Yeah, someday I hope to do the gold dust but gotta have a tank for them first.
Mm-hmm.
How big do they get? They're another 2-footer?
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, like 16, 18 inches, but
Yeah.
big enough.
Big enough.
Yeah.
You could be like my brother thought he was funny. He came over. He wanted to get some fish, and I was like, "What are you getting fish for?" He said, "I need some bait."
Bait.
Like, this is going to be the most expensive bait you ever got in your life.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got trouble.
Yep.
Jimmy, you there?
No, not trouble. Not trouble.
Got any wise words for Bob there, Jimmy?
Yes.
You got any wise words for Bob?
I need them.
I'm here.
You got any wise words for Bob?
Well, hey, Bob.
What's going on, buddy?
Can you guys hear me or not?
Yeah, hear you just fine.
You gotta turn up the hearing aid.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me or not?
Yes, we hear you just fine, Jimmy.
Can you hear us?
Well, why do you keep asking the same question? I want to tell Bob that I still have that $50 gift certificate. I still have that $50 gift certificate from the Wet Spot. I haven't used that yet.
Really?
That I won
Wow.
on your live stream.
Wow. I don't know if that's good restraint or just foolishness.
Yeah, I would
Or
have
expired.
had it about a day.
I think my internet is bad. There's only room for one sexy guy up here anyway, and Bob's already here, so I'm gonna just let him take over.
There he goes. Typical Jimmy, like a fart in the
Hi,
wind.
Jimmy.
He told me about that gift card, what, a year ago? 9 months ago?
Yeah, it had to be early. Well, I think it was their anniversary sale, so it had to have been, I don't know, 9 months ago.
A while.
I got one.
Nice.
I got one to Dan's, and I had it about 20 hours.
Yeah, that's about all the gift card would last me, especially, for a place that sells fish. There's no way that's going to last.
Yeah.
No. I got one to Dan's and the co-op, both. They were both gone in that day.
If it deletes me off the screen, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Oop.
You guys working on anything this weekend?
Well, I haven't been, really. Too damn cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I was out there with a couple jackets on.
Well, Atlanta's like the end of the world.
It's like 20 something right now.
I say
Is
where
there
I'm
no
at.
chat? Like, I don't see chat anywhere.
Yes, comments.
Up at the top right where it says private chat and comments.
Like, I don't even see the stream chat. That's what's weird.
You don't on your phone unless you switch screens.
Yeah.
Then you can't see yourself.
Let me take a look at chat.
Interesting. There is no chat yet.
Wow,
Of June.
June's picking on you too.
Like I have YouTube open watching your stream, and there's still no chat.
Huh.
I'm gonna close it and restart it.
Let's say, because chat should be there. Oh, Jen saying Bob started it.
Yeah, I just looked on my YouTube and it's there.
I think I'm using the actual StreamYard app right now, which is weird.
That's what I'm using.
I normally use like the browser version of it. When I click the link, that's what it defaults to. But for some reason, the app is there. But this is better because now I can see chat and I can see us.
Right.
So,
Well, this is our 22nd stream.
June says Bob hates Oscars.
I hate Oscars. Well, that's not fair. I hate how Oscars are kept, and that really turns me off to Oscars. Like I see so many Oscars in like a 55-gallon tank, and
Yeah.
that's my problem. Is I just feel like they're highly abused, but they have great personalities. I can't knock them for that.
Do you hate this one behind me?
Nope.
He's pretty.
Oh, now I see him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like right in the middle of the light, so he's kind of washed out. Looks good in person. On camera, everything's bright.
Okay, now I have chat. I just had to reload.
Yay. Yeah, I'll turn these lights down a little bit.
All right, yeah, this looks better. Here we go. Yeah, that's banned. All right, take it off top chat. Okay, now I'm ready. Whatever.
Hey,
I
Jody.
don't use StreamYard ever, so this is like.
What do you guys use? You guys just going on the YouTube app?
I just use OBS Studio.
Oh, OBS.
Yeah, because StreamYard's like $50 a month right now, or at least last time I checked, that's too much.
I just use the free one. I don't have enough. We really don't have enough people up here to justify me buying it, so we just use the free one.
Last time I used it, it was $20, which okay, that's all right. And then I went to sign up again for someone else's stream, and I'm like, it's $50 now. What the hell?
Yeah, I had it when it was like 22 or something, and then they bumped it to 44, and then I canceled it. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna do that.
No. For something that you could do for free.
For 1080p streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out of their mind.
Yeah, Jody had a question for Bob.
Do I know why my Cardinal Sulawesi shrimp didn't do well for you? Honestly, they came in really small. Like one of them was even under a 1/4 inch. And so I don't know if I just got the runts or if they just didn't like my water, but they were really small. I was actually surprised how small they were. Did I pay the $50 just to have Steven on? No, this was before that. Back then it was still like 20 something, but I did pay that to have you on. Yeah, Jody, the shrimp you got are like full-grown adults. I did not get that, unfortunately, and I didn't care because I didn't think they would die. Like, okay, they're smaller. Normally, I like getting animals when they're fry or small and watching them grow out, but yeah, they just didn't do well for me. And I got the same ones you got, Jody, and then I got a different strain as well, and I can't remember it, and neither of them did well. Which is strange because the Sulawesi shrimp should be really easy to take care of.
That's something I've never kept other than, just a monos. Haven't tried the ornamental shrimp yet. Well, I got one wild one that I don't know. I know where it came from, but It's to ride.
A lot of things do when I send plants out. You got to be careful of that guy.
Yeah, especially when you get one plant and you divide it out and you get like 60 some plants out of it.
Well, I wanted to make sure you had enough.
Well, yeah. Now I probably got double that.
Yeah. That's about the only thing I can grow is crypts and moss.
Well, Christmas moss, I don't even want to talk about.
I've got
No one
so
take
much of it.
Oh, yeah, I infected your fish room too, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, now my swordtails are all breeding in it, which is good.
We got a whole clump of moss right here for you.
Yeah. I've got a 20-gallon tank that is just completely full. Where I just started throwing it in there, and it's just completely full. Like,
yeah.
They're swimming around a maze.
I just dripped water all over my laptop. That was pretty smart.
Kind of like some of them guppy grass tanks you see that are just so packed full of guppy grass. I can't get guppy grass to grow in my water. It just will not do it.
Guppy grass needs a ton of nitrate. It grows so fast.
Hornwort I got growing like mad. I can throw that thing away. That stuff away by the bucket. But guppy grass.
Sketty's here.
See that?
Nancy B.
So you planning on going anywhere this year? Just staying home.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't have any travel plans yet. Our baby is due in like 2 weeks, so I don't think I'm going to be doing much traveling this year.
No.
Yeah, probably not.
I'll probably go to the wet spot again later, just because I have so many fry I need to sell, and so I gotta unload some fry on them. But that probably won't be till later in the year, and that's only like a 3-hour drive, so it's not even bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll be flying. Aquashella, they messaged me last year to go to the Florida one, and I was just like, I'm just not into it.
Well, you got one on the West Coast now.
Yeah, they finally put one on the West Coast, and I think it should have been in Vegas and not LA, but whatever.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's so cheap for everyone to go to LA. Like, it's always cheap, or Las Vegas. It's always cheap to fly there.
Yeah.
I like that they added LA. I just wish that they kept Daytona and Dallas.
They kept Dallas.
Well, yeah, but they got rid of Daytona. Because you have Dallas and then it's like New Jersey.
Isn't it still in Texas, though? Is it
Yeah,
not
Dallas, Texas, and then was it Jersey City, New Jersey?
I didn't look up to see where those were.
Yeah, so I'm for sure not going to New Jersey. You couldn't pay me. And then
New Jersey was fun when I went to the aquatic experience there. That was well, I wouldn't say it was fun, but it was interesting.
Yeah. Well, it was nice to go to Daytona because when you weren't at the show, you're at Daytona. You're on the beach, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there's nothing to do in New Jersey, especially where the convention was. It was dirty. Yeah. There was trash everywhere.
Yeah, that's the New Jersey I know. The Philadelphia that I know.
I like the Boston I know.
I might go to Dallas, but I do want to go to the San Antonio show. So if I go to San Antonio, then I might just skip Dallas. 'Cause they're pretty close together anyway.
Yeah, they're only like 3 weeks apart. That's the other thing. It seemed like Aquashella, everybody else already has their dates out, and then they're only like 2 or 3 weeks from those.
Honestly,
Yeah,
the,
one day I'm hoping I can make it.
the big conventions like that, I don't even really care about the convention. It's just more fun to hang out with people.
Yeah.
So the last when I went to Aquashella, like we all hung out in like the common area of the hotel. Like, it takes like 20 minutes to walk around and look at everything, and then you're just like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah.
But so we all just kind of hung out in a little section, and then we went and played like ping pong and all this other, and that was more fun than the actual show.
Yeah, just hanging out with your friends.
It is nice that you get to see like all the fish people. So that's definitely a huge plus.
Yeah. Have you been to a Keystone Clash?
I haven't. I need to get to that one. Hoping maybe next year. But I've heard nothing but good things about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been to the Clash either. And I think this year might be the year where I go to like San Antonio and I go to Keystone and I don't go to like the big mainstream conventions. Because I think those ones are just kind of they're not the same as what they used to be. And like what you were saying is when I go there, most of the fun I have is from hanging around with all the friends that I know online. So that's more of like the Clash is focused on.
Yeah, and I like to like look at like I want to go to a show and I want to see rare fish. I want to be able to buy rare fish. They don't have to be rare, but like there's hardly any fish at Aquashella.
Yeah,
it's more like a trade show to me, and if I'm spending money to go there, I would honestly rather spend money to go to like a fish club and do a fish auction or something like that. That would be more fun for me.
Yeah, when I went last time in Dallas, I got a bunch of fish from New Local Austin. He brought fish with him to give me, and then I got some fish from Eddie Fights Aquatics. He gave me a bunch of wild caught mollies he got. It was like I did buy some fish while I was there, but the fish that I liked more were the ones that I got from like people that you see in chat now,
Yep.
Well, that's
because I can only think of, I'm sure there was more, maybe like 3 vendors that were actually selling fish.
Yeah.
Salt or freshwater fish. There's lots of saltwater stuff, but who cares?
Or lizards, snakes. A lot of those.
Yeah, and the fish that they do have usually have some wild prices. Like they had an Emily, like this one over here, and he was in like the display tank. I think that one was in Daytona, but it ended up selling for like $600 or $700, and I was like, you guys are. I don't know who's paying $700 for a captive bred Emily, but
yeah. Well, they had like discus there that they were charging like $200 for, and of course on the on the last day with a couple hours ago, then they mark them down to like $30 or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's where you really make out. I remember, they don't do the aquatic experience anymore, but I went to 3 of those. And like if you're local and you pull up with a big truck, you get so much stuff for free. It's ridiculous. Tanks, equipment, because none of those vendors want to pay to ship them back. And
yeah, that's why I like driving there.
Yeah, someone got like a 200 some gallon tank for free because obviously that's thousands of dollars to ship.
Yeah, I stayed at the hotel in Dallas, right across the street, and I think I made like 5 trips Sunday afternoon back and forth. Because I had a whole deal of rocks, and then I had a whole deal of plants, and I just get. It's worth being there Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, come tear down time.
Yeah, if you're local, it's definitely, or if you drive, you can definitely clean up on the last day.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who's buying fish on like the first day either, because like you're just gonna have it sitting in a bucket in your hotel room or something. It's always better just to get it right at the end. They'll hold it for you.
Yeah, that's what I did when I bought my plecos. That were sold to me as the wrong thing. It's supposed to be a pair of leopard frogs, and it's 2 males.
No.
Yeah, that's a good point from Jenna. It's very annoying to have to like Uber back and forth or get rides from people.
Well, the year I went to Dallas, it was right across the street, but it's a busy street. You got to haul ass across that street so you don't get run over.
The Dallas one was okay. The Daytona one was a little bit of like, as soon as everything was done and everyone's packing up, then you had to like drive a mile away. At least the Dallas one you can like walk to within like 5-10 minutes.
One in San Antonio is at the hotel.
That's good.
I'll be curious to see like what people think of it because I think it's all new people like, running it now. So we'll see if it's better or worse.
Be curious to see if they still have the little black light deal when you first walk in.
They didn't have that last year.
Yeah, they cut that out. I went to 2 shows last year and neither of them did it. That was kind of like the big thing. Like in 2023 when I went, it's like it sets the mood for like the whole experience. You go through the tunnel, it's really cool. You've got your fancy glasses on. They even had some like ladies wearing like mermaid outfits and stuff, taking pictures with kids. And it was like cool. And then you walk in and then you see the show and it's like everything's all out there. And it was like a cool experience. And then when I went there this past year, I was like, did I walk through the entrance? Where did I go in the wrong door? Do you know? They replaced it with like gigantic inflatable guppies and stuff.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah.
They should have gave away those big TVs they had hanging from the ceiling. I'd have hauled one of them home somehow. Wherever they were, 150 inches or something.
That seems like I didn't know they got rid of that. That seems like a weird thing to just scrap.
It's probably too expensive.
It's a huge attraction, though. Like you said, sets the
Yeah.
tone.
It's kind of like what set the experience for the whole thing, you know? You walk in and you go through this thing and just that is like its own thing, you know?
That's probably where half the pictures and stuff were taken was inside there.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it'll be back. Like I said, it's almost all completely new people in charge, so maybe it'll be back.
Somebody left.
What's going on, Kyle?
What's leave
up,
the door
guys?
open?
Somebody left the door open.
Yep.
What's up, Kyle?
God.
It's the fish room punk himself.
Yeah, dude. I literally was trying to use my computer and I'm pretty sure it just died. Like died. Like
Uh-oh.
it just shut out. Won't charge, not accepting a charge, nothing right now. Just
Time for a new one.
done. Yeah. Brutal.
Pull the battery out.
Well, it's only a computer. You don't use those things for anything these days.
Right?
Yeah.
My wife does that. She just pulls the battery out, leaves it about 30 minutes, puts it back in, and it comes right back on. I have no idea why.
Yeah. But
No idea.
yeah, dude. I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna
see.
go see. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can find some headphones. I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, dude, I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, because that was the reason I brought that up, because I had all my stuff all hooked up, man, and I clicked the link the last time, and dude, it just like just it literally, I don't know. But what y'all up to?
Just hanging out.
Oh,
Hanging out with Bob.
hanging out with Steenfott.
I'm just
Very
happy to
cool.
be warm. I've been outside all day.
Yeah, you and me both.
Now I come in here, I take off my jacket. It's like 80 degrees in here. I think it's 77 in here.
I
cheat because my son wrestled for like 15 years, so we have a sauna upstairs.
What's that, Kyle?
Oh, you said you got a sauna?
Yeah.
Oh
Jeez.
man.
You come in all cold and crank it up to about 130.
You got to have a window on that, so when it's snowing outside, you could like look at the snow, but be
It does
inside
have
the sauna.
It does have a window. I got it pointed so I can watch TV.
You guys ever been in a hot tub in the winter, like when it's snowing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, that is magic. That is magic.
I thought you were going to come up here and tell Bob you're going to make a sticker of him.
What was that?
Well, you're going to come up here and tell Bob you're making a sticker of him.
Oh, right. I'm gonna have a pizza showing up here too in a second here, but my daughter apparently is hungry. Like kids need to eat or something.
It's overrated.
I keep telling her like, drink a bottle of water. Isn't that enough? Like,
Too needy.
They get big enough, they can eat on their own. You don't have to feed them. They feed themselves.
oh man.
Unless they're coming home to eat.
Oh. I'll be right back.
Oh, all right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, much better.
It doesn't
I've never,
sound like you're in a
I've never
cave.
streamed in here, so I couldn't hear. It's too loud.
Yeah, I turned a bunch of my filters down.
I'm kind of testing this to see how it works. If I'm going to overheat, and see if I can do some streams in here on my channel.
I kind of miss your old fish room where I could watch you spill water all over the carpet.
I miss it too.
You kept your own shampooer to suck up all the water out of the carpet.
Yep. Fans on high, space heaters.
Yeah, I remember that.
You sound fine though. Like we don't hear it at all.
Perfect. A lot of my tanks need to be topped off, so the filters are extra splashy.
There's that Matt guy. What's up, Matt?
Yep.
Oh, Jose's in chat. There's Gabriel.
Yeah. Gabriel's gonna go to LA.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go with this conversation again.
Now we need the bearded wonder up here, and we'd have it made.
Yeah, right.
Old Jeff Kane.
Jeff's he hasn't slept yet. He's been busy all day.
Oh God.
He's been
Yeah,
he's been busy.
he's gonna be cranky.
He's keeping the world
Warm.
heated. I was like heated and cooled, but definitely heated out by him.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't imagine what Wisconsin's like out there.
He sent me a screenshot, and it was
Oh, we
like
got Jeff Kane here.
the feels like temperature was like -30 or something.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah, I saw what was it? Hagen Hill post about it being like -19 or something out by them.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No thanks. You see the way I got this whole thing set up. I'm not going out
No way. What's up, Mike?
Not much. How we
What's
doing today?
So, you guys want to see my newest little invention?
Of
A little
course.
thing?
Oh, you made the keychains?
Yeah, finally got it put together.
Little sponge filter.
Sponge filter keychains.
Let me place my order right now.
Well, they go with the buckets.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. Exactly. Got those 3D printed water buckets. Got the sponge filter.
Can
Don't
we,
put
order
an
the
easy flow on that sponge filter. Corey might try to get you.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. We got pink too. I haven't put them all together. I got some pink ones. black one.
When will those be available?
Oh, I gotta get them up on the website. That's all. I got like one of each color made up just to start taking some photos and stuff, and then I gotta just make up the rest of them. But as long as they're probably tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Send one of them pink ones to Bob for Chelsea.
Her dad sent me some pink stuff the other day, and I was like, good troll. Just like,
Oh, the joys of in-laws.
they're, I think I wore them in my last live stream. So he sent me pink armbands for some, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna wear them anyways. Like, whatever.
Send a pink sponge to Branton.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh God.
I just sent him. Yeah. So like Bob, that egg scraper that you're using, the 3D printed one. I printed one in pink and sent that out to Branton Lightcap. So he should be getting that on Tuesday. It's like a metallic pink.
I got a new one to try somewhere.
Yeah, the next version that has like the finger hold on it.
Yeah, but I don't like it as much, to be honest. I don't know where I put them all.
I wish it was instead of having a finger hold like how it's at, I wish it just had like a loop, like a coffee cup loop or something. I might add that onto mine.
Yeah, I don't know what I do with all of them. I had them all out too. Oh, there's one of them.
Make sure how many Corey's got printed up.
Ones.
Yeah.
Oh, it's floating in the tank. Look at that. There it is. There's another
It's just
one.
waiting to be used.
I'm just hoping they're going to spawn directly on it.
Yeah, like angelfish, you just take their cone.
I don't remember what version of it is, but my favorite one that I can't find has the angle like this to hold on to. I just like that it's angled. It makes it easier. But I don't know where I did with it. It's probably with the new one, wherever that is. Not that it matters. I don't know why it matters. But man, are those things? I mean, all of them are awesome. They all work great. Much better than a razor blade or a credit card.
Yeah.
So is Bob? Are you 3D printing as well?
No, I just bum Corey's.
I gotcha.
Like,
I gotcha.
Print this for me, buddy.
Yeah, it's like metallic pink.
Oh, see, that looks like purple on mine. On my screen.
Yeah, so it's like a color shift.
Oh.
So it's like metallic pearlescent. So like whatever angle you're on, it's like a different color.
It's that color shifting paint. That's interesting.
Yeah. I sent a few of those over to Branton.
And so what is that again?
It's like a egg collector.
For sure.
Scrape the eggs off the glass.
Ah, that's handy.
Well, I know.
It's like
Alex,
Corey. He was printing all them light risers.
That's what I want. I've got a PVC pipe holding my light up right now.
They're actually surprisingly very sturdy. When I saw them, I was like, they look kind of flimsy, but I couldn't knock them over. And yet the other thing that he's printing is the light guard to help with the glare, and that's real nice too.
Yeah, I see
that.
that.
That works really well.
Yeah, I've done some pretty bogus stuff to make light guards. Duct tape and cardboard just to like not be blinded all day.
Mm-hmm. I've seen people use like foil.
Yeah. Yep.
Curtis, here's the dad of that fry. I don't know how well it's coming out on camera. It's right here in the front.
Yeah, I can see. There he is.
Yeah. It's the smaller one. The mom is way bigger.
So is that like an accidental spawn, or were you trying to spawn them?
It was accidental, but now I'm trying.
Nice.
I got a 75 setup over here, and I'm going to be getting some spawning mobs and stuff, and we'll see if I can get a full batch instead of just 3.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, that's a really cool fish to be spawning.
Yeah, because I put it on the Eco forums, but no one in America is spawning ornate bichers.
Huh.
Yeah, it says because you just need like a stupid setup to have these 2-foot-long fish breed. So no one does it. There's Senegals and there's ropefish, but no one has any documented cases of breeding.
I haven't. Are people breeding ropefish now? Last I heard, no one's bred them.
Yeah, people have been trying to breed them, and they've been successful.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, PecTech did a video probably a year ago. He went to this guy's fish room and he had ropefish swimming around in the tank. I was like, oh crap.
I think like a 75 full of jungle val and like 20 ropefish would be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I got a 29 over here with a bunch of jungle val in it and or Italian val. To be honest, I don't really know the difference. The jungle val is the real thick one, right? It's like gets real tall, and the Italian val is like thinner, but it still gets like 2 feet tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that stuff, and honestly, it's kind of burning me out. Like it doesn't have the effect that I thought it would. I was really looking for that like long grassy kind of look, and just feel like it needs some more texture to it.
I'm trying to get a jungle val for this tank to put in the back.
Well, see, with something like that, that would look awesome. Definitely. Some big old fish in it.
Yeah.
I've got a 20 long up here that has like the jungle val is like 6 feet long, and it just wraps around the inside of the tank.
Oh,
that's what
nice.
I want to have going on.
Yeah, I guess if you have like the rack, like, because I used to have it in 20 long, and I was like, you know what, I want the extra height so I can get it to grow to its full potential, I guess you'd call it, or whatever. And I actually miss having it drape over. Like I really did. I like that. Like it's a really good look.
I'm trying to get mine. I've got a like Italian val in my like plant tank over here, and I'm trying to get it to shoot runners out. And it's doing it just super slowly. I trim it back and everything. I'm trying to get it to like promote shooting runners instead of growing tall. But it's slow. I thought it would be a lot faster.
I grew it in a big bowl.
Yeah.
So if the runners come over the edge, I just pluck them off, and that's what I put somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
That way I can control it.
What temp do you have it at?
Mine's about 75.
Yeah, because I've heard that val does better cooler. That's just like a general rule of thumb I've heard, but I don't know if that's true necessarily.
Depending, I know this is true for like Sagittaria. I don't know if it's true for val, maybe some species, but like Sag will grow to your light, and then once it gets enough light, it'll stop growing tall. And I don't know, maybe val does that too. So once it's like close to it, if someone made a comment that theirs gets like 2 inches from the top, it's probably because it's getting enough light at that point. But at that point, it starts spreading. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Again, I don't know if that's the case with val, but that's like my Sag. If I turn the co-op light to 100%, it won't grow more than 6 inches. But at 10%, it'll grow all the way to the top.
That makes sense. That does. Yeah, my dwarf Sag that I have over here, I got one under like a what you consider, I guess, like a good light. It's like a Phoenix light or whatever, and then I have a freaking one of those cheap Sierra lights, and the dwarf's edge is definitely growing taller under the less light. It's farther from the light too. Gets better spread.
Yeah, so
with
like
brighter light.
even dwarf sad will get like 2 feet long if there's not enough light.
Huh.
In my experience, anyways.
Yeah, no, I've seen it really tall too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and all of my plants are growing under Harbor Freight grow lights. I'm a cheap bastard.
Yeah. No, I mean it works. So
Yeah.
like in my last fish room, that was in the garage was all shop lights, like $15 Walmart shop lights, and it'll grow it. I just think it doesn't look as like it just doesn't look as good.
Yeah,
That's the key right there, I think.
yeah, and I agree. And with me, I'm not looking. I don't really care for looks out. For my tanks out here in the garage, it's more of I'm trying to breed fish. That's what I'm trying to do. The only tank that I'm not trying to breed in is with a Fahaka puffer that I've got. Other than that,
I was actually I'm kind of on the Chihiro's train now. After going in Corey's fish room the other day, he has one, and he's got like one side of his 150, and the other side I think is his light. And you can see like when the fish swim back and forth, and under the Chihiro's light, they just look incredible. And I bought a Chihiro's like 6-7 years ago, and it got so hot that it was. I had like this booster pack of like 5-ounce plastic Tupperware things that I set on the light like temporarily. Of course, I forgot, but it actually got so hot that it like melted the Tupperware. And I was like, I'm never buying Chihiros again. Like this is way too hot. And so I've always been like anti their lights just because how hot they got. But now apparently, and like I said, that was 7 years ago. So I guess I can't still hold a grudge.
You need a Chihuahua light?
Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah, don't forget to tip them as well.
yeah, don't take any wooden nickels. There's my tip.
Dude, I've been hearing a lot about those Chihiros lights. I think Stephen P's been talking about them on his stream over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're
now the problem is they're like $400 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, nuts.
So they're not going to be in my fish room anytime soon, but I still think they're pretty neat. I'm definitely a budget fish keeper.
Yeah, I definitely on the same train there. Unless I can fund the project, like if I could sell a bunch of stuff right before I go and buy something, then I feel a little bit more loose about it. But even then, it's still hard.
Yeah, it was nice when I actually had a local fish store and could take home like he gave me $1.50 for guppies, and I got so much store credit, it was ridiculous. And at that point, I didn't care. Like I'll buy whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he shut down, and I have nowhere to bring my fish.
Chihuahua lights, oh wow! All right. Well, it makes sense though. At the price point, it better be.
I've got 2 of the Fluval 4-foot lights, and they're both now broken. They don't connect to the app anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They are, luckily they were on basically full white when they broke. So now I have them plugged into a couple Casa timers, and they're just glorified shop lights at this point.
So they can only run the one mode?
You can't change anything on them. They don't connect to the app anymore. And
That's the problem with app controlled lights.
Yeah, and I spent a lot on them. So I'm not buying Fluval lights again. After these 2 broke, and then I had a small one broke, and I just didn't care about it because it was a small light, like a foot long. But these 2 were like kind of like my main lights for a while.
Well, you all know that Higer bought out my fish room, so I'm.
Yeah. Could you recommend me a light? Yeah, right.
Oh my god. Hey man, free. It was free. I'm budget.
Well, they sent me one too, Kyle. They sent me one of them underwater ones. I'm not impressed with it at all.
Yeah, they offered that, and I was I like negotiated with them, and I was like, you know what? I have one of your other ones. If you double it, because I need two of them to get front to cover the front and back for the on long tanks. I'm like, I'll do a video about that. That'd be sweet. And then they sent me that one, and they sent me that the Max Pro, which is like a laser beam of a freaking light, but it's loud and hot too. Like inexpensive.
They email me probably once or twice a week, and I get the same spiel. We love your content, blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, clearly you've never seen my content because all I do is bash Tiger.
Yeah, their emails go straight to my spam folder. They keep my spam folder in business.
Yeah, they sent me that one. I'm not impressed with it at all. The colors don't look right on it.
The Higer reviews people needed to watch was Michael's Fisher. Did you ever see any of those?
Are they
Michael's reviews were the best.
Oh man, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, he would come on and just trash them.
He would put up screenshots of their conversations.
Yeah, they would email him to take a video, and he would broadcast their email on his screen, show their names and everything.
They told him to take his videos down, and he was like, "Hey, these guys told me to take the videos down, so here's a copy of the email." Yeah.
What was that filter he got sent that time that caught on fire?
Marine Land.
Yeah, Marine Land.
Oh, Marine Land. It caught on fire.
Well, because I was gonna say if it was a Higer one, that canister filter is apparently not the greatest. They tried to get me to review it, and I was like, I can't.
Somebody got one sent to him, and it worked like a couple hours and locked up.
That's what I heard too. Yeah.
This is what I don't understand. Like, there's so much rage for Higer, and I'm like, why? I don't get it. Is it just because they were giving stuff away for free, or
it's
probably?
Praise. People will just say it's good because they get it for free, but then they don't.
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of doing a disservice to all your friends that spend their money on it, and then it breaks in like a day.
And that's the one thing that I've always said I can't attest to is like I've had this one for like a few months, and then the other one I've had for probably about a year. That's not really long enough to attest for longevity. The only thing I like about them is the coloration. Like, I do like the color I get on my plants and my fish out of them, but yeah, longevity I can't speak for. But I've heard that they have a bad reputation of that.
When I set up a bunch of this in like I think it was 2022, when I did like a big revamp and I bought like all new heaters and stuff. I bought like 5 Higer heaters, and 2 of them were just dead out of the box. The other one worked for about a week, and then it stopped working. And then I was left with, I think it was like just 1 or 2 left. And then of those 2, the other one failed like in less than a year. But the 5th one is still running. Right. I'm looking at it right now. It's still running, and it's been a few years. So that 1 out of 5 is like, that's a chance.
20%'s good.
Yeah, but I wish the other 4 were still working.
Yeah,
well,
that would have been
that
nice,
canister they're making, that hang on the back canister, is nothing more than a copy of the old Hot Shots.
No.
Yeah,
But they're not made nowhere near as well.
I'm telling you, man, anything that has a 90-day warranty, I don't trust. Most of their stuff is 90 days.
Planned obsolescence, basically.
Yeah, I mean, if you can only warranty it for a few months, what's the point?
Yeah.
Hey, Jorge's here.
You can always do that forbidden Amazon warranty.
Oh, yeah.
I might have done that a time or two.
If that doesn't work, then the old call up your credit card.
Yeah, respect from companies definitely is something that I think we could all go on rants about for real.
Yeah.
Nowadays. It's
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And not to toot their horn because everybody says it, but I mean, Aquarium Co-op really is like the one that's making a big deal about that, and it's like it is crazy to see. It's like a return to like freaking like 1950s or like 1960s customer service when people actually cared and they made like these stuff to like last and like all that stuff, and it's like no one does that anymore. Like it's interesting. It'd be cool to see it as a revolution.
I like when you call someone's customer service line and it says the voicemail's full. That's always a good sign.
The voicemails.
That's happened.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 10 billion higher SKUs is an understatement.
Oh yeah. That is the one thing because I'd heard like Corey talk about that and I didn't really understand it until so they reached out to me for me to do the first review and I was trying to communicate to them which light I wanted and that was like it was like so hard, dude. I'm like trying to figure out and then I'm like, oh my god, well I'll just use this freaking weird ass like HG987 whatever number they're gonna freaking and oh my god, it's like dude. Half this stuff, no one's gonna. Oh yeah, I don't know. That there was some weird water change pump thing. It's a gravel pump that doesn't actually change any water out. It like circulates the water back into the tank. Who asked for that?
That's a funny comment. Who asked for that? That's such a great line.
Oh my god! But what were you showing off there, Alex?
Oh, that was just a
I'm blind.
piece of crap Tiger air pump that stopped working.
I bought their $30-some water pump for water changes, and it lasted one water change, and the next time I used it, it didn't work. So I got another one, and that one worked again one time, and it didn't work again, and at that point, I didn't return it. I just took it outside and slammed it on the ground. I was like, I don't even care about my $30. Like, I'm so angry right now.
You should have done like an Office Space compilation.
It was. I had it. It was still attached. It was still attached to my hose, and I was swinging it around to get maximum effect, and then slammed it down.
Love
They're
it.
obviously
Did you
single use.
video it?
I should have, but when you're raging like that, you don't think about stuff like that.
Yeah, it was true
so mad.
rage.
They're disposable.
Well, next
water
time
pumps.
you're headed out the door, just
Yeah,
yell at Chelsea, grab the camera.
So I got a question about this on the topic of water change pumps. So I use like an inline water change pump, right? So it's like a fluid transfer pump is what they're called. Why does no one else use those? I just don't see anyone else using like an inline pump, or maybe it's out there and other people are doing it. But like I control mine with an on-off, like a Wi-Fi on-off switch, and I can like put the hook on, turn it on, and it pulls the water, shoots it right into my sink, and I don't have to. You guys see what I'm talking about? It's really handy.
I'll
Like
show you what I got.
you have to get a good one though, because if you see, and I've seen that too, but I don't have a room for the freaking like a big old empty bucket somewhere. Yeah, you do like the sump pump, right? That's nice, and that's probably easier to get one that's got better longevity, because I've had problems with the first inline pump that I bought. It burnt out, and then I found out that I could like rebuild them, and so I just opened this up. I could take out, like, if something gets stuck in there, like I can clean it out, and it's like, oh, that was what caused the failure on the first one, was something had gotten stuck and I didn't realize it. But since I learned that, I mean, it's a pretty handy way of doing it. I can get my water changes.
I've never thought of that. I might have to check that out. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I just siphon everything into this trash can, and then it pumps out into the yard.
That's what I need. I need a trash can on wheels for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the probably the best longevity, because that's what a sump pump's like made to do, is like just move huge volumes of water, and it's never.
And I need to set it up now that you brought it up. I've got like quick disconnects that I need to put on the hose so that I could like disconnect the hose and like hang the hose up, and then I can just roll the trash can out to wherever whenever I'm not using it. I could just put the hose inside the can, I guess. I don't have to hang it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, this makes water changes so nice. Everything just drains into the can, and then, it just overflows into oblivion,
Yeah.
I just have have a long ass hose that I just open up the garage door, stuff it outside, and goes down the driveway and wherever.
I think the landlord at my apartment would evict me if I did that.
I understand that completely.
That's what I mean. I just have a 50-foot garden hose attached to my pump and just goes outside.
Yeah, that's a nice way to do it for sure.
Just live on the second floor, run the hose out the fire escape, let it rain down.
Yeah, but then if you have the hose on your pump, are you just moving your pump from tank to tank?
Yep.
That's what I do.
See,
Yeah, it's not very efficient, but
Yeah, what's good about the trash can is I could drain like a whole bunch of tanks at once into the can.
yeah. That's
see you, Webb.
exactly why
I
I need
never
it.
thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the sump pump already. Still brand new in the box. I used to work for Meridian Yachts and build yachts, and so I just got one of the sump pumps from there, and it's brand new in the box. And it's for a 60-foot yacht, so it can really move a lot of water. So
yeah,
I definitely need to start doing that because water changes are not very fun here.
Yeah, that's what mine
Say, hell, you ought to take that pump over to Corey and let him use it when they drain the 800. Suck that thing down quick.
Yeah, it's got a 3-inch. It connects a 3-inch hose, and I have a fire hose connect to it. Yeah, it's big.
That moves some water, man.
I'd drain that 800 down in no time.
It probably would. I think they worked on it yesterday. I was busy, but I'd be curious what they did.
Well, eventually, they might get the new edition open.
Yeah, if ever.
I mean, at this point, it's like the state or the city that's holding everything up, right?
Yeah, it's just permits. I quit asking about it. It's been like a year and a half. I'm like, yeah, it'll open when it's open.
Tired of hearing and saying the same thing over and over.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that much bureaucracy, whatever. You know what I mean? Totally screw up that word.
I know. He showed all the tanks are set up. They have fish in them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all different, like city codes and stuff. They keep making them change stuff. I thought so stupid.
Well, yeah, dude. When you're like a public business like that, dude, like you'd be surprised how much you can get away with until you just pry up one thing, and then like fire alarm or something gets called, and then like the city comes in and they just start tearing it up. Like, that happened a few times at the roller rink that me and my buddy ran. We had a water main break for our sprinklers in the middle of the winter. And we came in to like just flood everywhere, and then like the fire department showed up too, and it must have happened just coincidentally, like around the same time us showing up and that breaking, and the fire department shows up, and we had to get like the water shut off, and then they just start looking at all this stuff, and we had just taken over, and it was just like they're like hitting you with like just thing after thing, like, oh, you can't do this, and it's like, well. Like, we just bought this. Like, we've been working here. We worked under a guy that, like, didn't care what he did and was probably grandfathered in. And then, oh, my God.
I would get it if it's, like, a new construction or something. But, like, the building's already there, and it's been running just fine.
Mm-hmm.
What, and I don't know if Corey has this experience, but I know the guy that built my LFS here. I just noticed I have Corey eggs in this tank over here.
Need that scraper.
the problems he was running into was all the earthquake stuff, and so it wasn't that like he didn't build it correctly. It's just they didn't understand like fish tanks and how they work, and so they were really riding him hard about like earthquake safety. And it's like it's fine. Like if we have an earthquake big enough to knock this stuff over, this is the least of our problems. Like it's a couple of fish tanks, you know. But
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
so many hoops he had to jump through over like the earthquake permits and stuff. It's crazy.
It makes you wonder how hard the certifications are for the people that are doing these like walkthroughs of like inspections of buildings and everything, because it's like if someone doesn't understand construction, they're like literally just following like a dotted list basically, and they're just trying to check these boxes.
Just a flow chart, yeah.
Yeah, and they don't understand how to like interpret what they're actually seeing, like what he talked about with like the seismic stabilizers or whatever, and like the way the anchoring system he used was actually stronger than the one they were suggesting and stuff like that. And it's like you got all these people in City Hall.
When I built my house and had to have L&I come out to for the power for the permit and sign off on it, like he didn't even get out of his truck. Like he drove up in his truck, looked at the panel, and didn't even get out and signed it off. And I was like, do you want to come out and look at it? And he's like, no, it's good. Handed it to me out his window and drove away. Like no inspection, no nothing. I was like, okay, glad I waited 4 weeks for you to do this.
Apparently he had a date to get to or something. Like what the
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, really? It was wild. And then, what's funny is, so I think of like 2018-ish, I was thinking about opening my own fish store here. And so we have like the city, but it also borders an Indian reservation. And when I was looking at retail places on the Indian reservation, they're like, the good thing here, we don't care about any of that permit stuff. You can do whatever you want. We don't care. I was like, okay. I kind of like this.
I like that.
Roll in a 12x12 shed. We're good.
And that was their selling point too. It was like, we don't care about the permits. Obviously there's some federal permits and stuff to deal with, but as far as like, because I was telling them the trouble with the city that we're in here and how much trouble they get from the last guy that built the fish store. And he's like, oh, we don't care about any of that. You can do whatever. So if I ever did decide to open one, that's probably do it on the reservation. But I think that ship has come and set. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not interested in opening a store anymore.
Yeah, around here, I think I'd build mine out of the city limits because the farmers can do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They have no permits or anything.
You just have a farm that sells fish.
A fish farm.
And half of them get like their natural gas for free because they allow the company to run a line across their property.
And they get like an easement.
Yeah, they get an easement, and they have a water well and septic. So.
Oh, we lost someone.
Yeah, we lost Kyle.
He said, screw you guys, I'm going home.
There you go.
I thought he'd never leave.
Yeah, thank God.
He's probably got to go to work.
Probably.
I got tomorrow off.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got tomorrow off too.
Dumps are closed, so.
I got every day off, so.
Well, you're always off, Mike, so, I mean.
Well, yeah, off my rocker.
Yep. But we still like you.
Mike, you got to put the higher comment. That's awesome.
Hey, look, Higer's in chat.
Yeah. That's probably Stephen P.
Someone's having fun. Yeah, it is probably Stephen P. That'd be funny.
That's awesome. Michael Fisher, Mugly Batman.
I think if it was Stephen P, it'd be a little more elegant.
Maybe.
That's like a perfect vanity account.
It's also not Higer USA. It's like My Pet Fish or something stupid like that.
Right.
When the first time I got their email, they wanted me to go to that website. I was like, "Is this real? Like mypetfish.com? It sounds like a spam site."
Yeah, and there's also 12 dudes named Nicole. It's everybody on their team just responds under the Nicole email.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
I saw them at Aquashella. None of them looked like a Nicole to me.
You should have walked up and said, "Nice to meet you, Nicole." Like to all of them.
Right.
Nicole, yeah.
Will the real Nicole please stand up?
You should have had somebody film it when you did it. Like, we're gonna have to send you the email that tells you actually what product to buy, what product they're going to send you. It's like, I don't want anything to do that.
It's really unfortunate though, because there's not a lot of companies that are like willing to do stuff like that, but the one that is like one of the worst. So,
Yeah. And I mean that's how they get their name out there. That's the only reason why they're so popular is because there's so many people talking about, oh, here's the world's best filter and the world's best heater.
it's funny how they're all titled that, right? Like,
yeah,
the best.
honest review. Everything is an honest review is what it'll say. But there's not too many of the here's 1 year later.
Yeah.
No.
Here's this light 2 years after I bought it or received it.
I forget what company it was, but there's one of them that were like, "We'll send you this if obviously if you make a video, but you have to do it within like 3 months." And I was just like, how am I supposed to do that? Like, I don't even know if it's gonna last. What if it lasts 4 months? They got to have time to review it. Like I did the co-op video, and at that point when I did the review video for the co-op lights, I had been using it for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Like I when I first started my channel, and you start getting free stuff, you're like, sweet, yes, give me free stuff, and then you instantly review it. So I do have some of those older videos like that, but then they kind of wisen up and like, ooh, that video didn't really make me look that great in the long run.
Yeah. I only will like review stuff I'm using, or if it's like something that makes sense. And
Exactly.
I had a company send me an email about like you get like random stuff like microphones and headphones and all that, and I always ignore them. But the one that I did respond to was like a USB microscope webcam thing. Because when I had my fry, I used the camera to like zoom in on the fry like super up close and get like, no one's ever seen that kind of view of a baby ornate fry. And it was actually pretty useful. And you can go and see like the way that the external gills were forming. And I was like, okay, I can justify this, but like kind of just barely. So
there was
right
one. There was one that I did. The random one I did that I never ended up doing was a solar USB like battery charger for like a cell phone. And I was like, hey, I could use this for my USB pump out in the tub. And they sent it to me, and it was DOA. And so I messaged them, and I'm like, it's dead. It doesn't work. It doesn't light up. And they were like, can you make a video of it not working? And you got to show it like this, and then we'll send you another one. And I was like, no, like it doesn't work. I'm not trying to scam you for a free $30 USB battery, And so I never ended up doing it. I'm like, no, I'm not doing all that. So
I want to get an Ice Mountain sponsorship.
Oh yeah, water.
Best water bottle, best water in the world.
As soon as people start buying those and none of them work, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Bob said to buy this."
Yeah.
And then they're just gonna be like, "Bob's full of shit. I'm not gonna listen to anything else he says." You know?
Well, they already say that. So I get anytime I show like an aquarium co-op product, I get so many comments and not a lot of emails, but people will email me like, "Oh, you're just biased," and I'm like, "Sure, he is my best friend, but I'm still not going to put like crap products on my channel."
Yeah.
So, and I even stated in the video, I'm like, I realize he's one of my closest friends, but I'm still going to review it, and you can take that with a grain of salt, when you listen to me.
I like
It's like with any. It's like with any good friend. You got to pick their crap apart, no matter what. You don't just
Mhm.
tell them yes, yes, yes. This is awesome. You tell them the exact truth, and you make it better.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah, now that's a review.
I feel like anything that's 25 years is like, that's going to be a good video.
Yeah.
My 25-year review.
If there's anyone that would have a reliable review of Pond Armor, it would be Jeremy.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone more qualified.
Especially all the way up that 4,500 gallon.
I've always stayed away from watching all the people with the big fish tanks because it just makes me jealous because I like freaking can't keep anything that's that big. But dude, I just found out about the 33 long platform. Like 4 foot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had one.
And
I love them tanks.
Dude, I think I'm getting one. I think this whole
You
level
should. I'll
is
show
getting
you one.
changed out for one. Oh
It's
yeah,
like a short 55.
Wait, I
Yeah,
gotta see.
dude,
So there's my
so
33
cool.
one. It's just
Oh, that's
Shelly's.
nice. Oh, very cool. Very
Yeah.
love
I
it.
need to find another one to put right here. So these things look. This one looks all right, but I've given up on this one because I want to replace it with another 33. So if I can ever find another one.
So one time I had the 33 long, the 40 long, and the 55.
Ooh,
So
the 40
I
long
like
is
that.
my favorite.
So 33 longs are rare to find. So I got lucky that the place I know has like 5 of them right now.
You better go get all 5.
Yeah.
Mhm. I got mine for $20 on Craigslist, but it had to be resealed, which is obviously still a extreme deal.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, the one that's going for is like 100 and 150 bucks, I think.
Yeah.
That's not bad, really.
Yeah.
Wholesale, they're $93. So yeah, they're spendy.
Aquilon shows them on their website, but there's nothing available. There's no need for shit.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're on the website, but they don't show anyone that has it.
Yeah. There's not a lot of distributors in that. So the distributor here in the Northwest keeps like 1 or 2 at a time. It's most of the time they don't get them. It's kind of frustrating.
So the store that I'm going that I know has them is Aquarium Adventures, which is a I think it's part of Petland, but it's like their aquarium, like their specific aquarium store. So they have like normal Petlands, and then like I believe it's like an offshoot of that. So I don't know if that gives you like a hint of whatever distributor they're using to get it or whatever.
The other one I like is the 30 breeder. So it's a 40 breeder, but 6 inches shorter.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
I like my 60 breeders.
Just be real gutsy, Kyle, and get a 55 and cut it down.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Be a man.
Just do it. I have a 55 that I think about all the time. I would cut it down to a 40 long, but it's tempting.
I cut a 10-gallon just to see if I could do it.
Yeah, I bought the glass cutter and everything. If I ever get time, I'll try it.
Just make sure it's not tempered.
Yeah.
So do you disassemble it and then reassemble it? Or are you guys talking about like literally just doing a cut all the way around and then?
I would just cut it.
I cut mine on a tile saw. It'll cut glass.
Oh, that's a good point. That would still be terrifying though. Oh my god,
I've never tried
history with these tile saws.
I don't know how I'd handle a 55 on a saw. Not by myself.
Carefully.
Yeah, dude, that's a move, man.
Yeah, I tried a 10. Just the only reason I did it is because my wife had me cutting off a bunch of wine bottles. You know, you can cut wine bottles and make glasses out of them.
Yeah.
And I kept looking at how to cut glass, and I finally ran across this lady who was using her tile saw.
Interesting.
I tried it on a tank.
The way you cut it in half, make it a 5 gallon?
No, I only cut like 3 inches off the top.
Basically made it rimless without having to like.
Made like a 7 gallon rimless just to see if it would explode when I did it.
Hopefully it was one of the older tanks and not these newer ones.
Yeah, it was. It was like an old Walmart tank.
Did you have to like spray water on it as you're cutting it?
Yeah, the tile saw has water. It's water cooled.
Oh, does it? Okay.
It throws water.
I wish I still had that 33 log I had because it was one of the old Oceanics.
Those are so hard to find.
The 40 long I've got's an Oceanic. It don't have the center brace in it like the newer ones.
They don't need it.
The glass of this thing's about a half-inch thick. The bottom's an inch thick. Got that textured glass bottom in it.
It's crazy how well built the older tanks are. I had a 75 that was, it was a beast to move it. The glass was so thick.
I've got a 75 Oceanic out in the garage. It's that way. The bottom glass and it's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick, and it's already drilled. Oh god, that thing's heavy.
So I wish. Have any of you guys had a 50 Lowboy?
Oh yeah.
I want one.
The glass.
No, but I want one.
I get like kind of nervous every time I move it.
I broke mine, but I had it for a while.
Yeah.
I left it outside and it scattered because it got too cold.
I think I've got some 20 gallons here. I think the glass on these 20 gallons is thicker. It's pretty thin.
Well, there's 3 models, and one is for reptiles, and I know that has really thin glass.
Yeah, this
There's
is
like the reptile,
aquatic.
there's the frag one, and then something else. At least there's.
Yeah, this one's
They
supposed
just
to be
put
for
out that
frags.
30 low, right? Or something. 30 something low. Sorry.
Audra says 28 gallon Lowboy.
Oh, 28. That's what it is.
That's just, I haven't seen that one. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. What is it, like a 2-footer, 24 inch?
I just remember Zoomed had just released it at the like one of the last bigger shows less than a year ago. It was that like a 28 gallon, 28 low. I thought it was 30 something, but maybe it was 28 low. But, yeah, I don't remember what dimensions it was though.
Does anyone know what size those tanks are that Professor Fish Tanks has? That he has his plants in on his. He's got like a wooden rack in his bedroom. Maybe someone in the chat would know.
I'm trying to find the
Tank
dimensions of
size that
the.
they don't make anymore. It's like a square Lowboy, and it's like a 15 gallon or something.
So it's a short cube.
Yeah, it's like a short cube.
No idea.
He talked about it before. People try to buy those tanks from him all the time.
See, I go back
20.
and forth between like. Oh, my bad.
Oh, go ahead.
I go back and forth between like wanting more height and wanting like, I don't know, because like I like having the shortness to it, you know, because I like being able to fill it up. But then like I kind of miss, I don't know, having that height to be able to grow stuff just bigger and taller and stuff. But I don't know.
So the 28-gallon lowboy is 36 by 18 by 10 inches high, so it's a 10-inch 40 breeder.
Oh,
Yeah, that sounds
That's
good.
interesting. I could actually use a couple of those. I was spot for me.
Yeah, like
they make
the
an
40
awesome
breeding
peninsula
footprint's
tank.
nice.
Interesting. I want to look into those.
I'm still looking for one of them 30 extra talls.
Oh, is that the one that I have? I think the TV tank that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Or no.
Yeah.
I've got something like that. I've got it in the other room. I'm trying to get rid of it.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a drink.
All right. I figure I'll get one eventually because my brother has like 10 tanks. He's down to the one, and it's that TV tank. I'll eventually get that one too.
Yeah, I'm looking to get one. I got just a place for one.
I don't know what I'll do with it, but if he lets loose of it, I'll bring it to you.
Well, when you do, you can pick up that sump.
Yeah, I still need to do that.
At my fish club auction, they brought like 3 75s in, and they all went for like $40 each. And I was sitting there like heartbroken because I drove my car that day. I was like, I would have bought all 3 of them.
We could have put them in the trunk.
They won't fit in my car. The biggest
2 in the trunk and 1 on the roof.
Yeah, I was gonna say strap them to the roof. Call it good.
I could only get a 55 because my doors in the back don't open like wide enough. Like I could fit.
Start shoving that door open.
Yeah. If I took the door off, put the tank in, and then put the door back on, it would work.
Yeah,
but
there you go, and then you can get it home and do it again.
I don't think taking off my door would go smoothly though.
I watched a video with Jason from Depths Unknown and Color Guppies, and they saran wrapped one to his roof.
Yeah.
Through the windows.
It'd be like shrink wrapping one.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what they did.
I couldn't believe that those 75s went for so cheap. One was like 40, and then like maybe 2 were like $50 or something. And I was like, I would take those right now.
It's been a hell of a deal on them.
Yeah, I keep looking at this one. It's about an hour from me. It's a 250 with the stand, lights, and everything. $150.
Jeez.
There's got to be more to that story.
Yeah, it's probably leaks.
It's probably a divorce sale.
Could be.
Yeah.
If it's still there in a few days, I'll have to round up some friends and go.
Yeah, you're gonna bring that down here to me, right?
Oh yeah, of course. I just leave it in my truck and drive up there.
Where are you going to put that one at?
I have no idea. I could probably put that in this living room down here and get away with it if I put it as a saltwater tank. She wouldn't say nothing about that.
I think my next tank is gonna be slightly homemade.
Ooh.
I spent too long talking to Jeremy yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff that I get here. Let me get back to it.
Yeah, I was talking to him after the stream, and I'm looking over at my 125, and I'm like, man,
Foxy's trying to help me out here. She just sent me a text that says, "Go get that tank."
you guys are bad influence on me.
For real.
Oh, there he is. He says I'm a bad influence.
Yeah,
I think it's happening though.
I probably will go get it because it's been on there for almost a week. I think people are just worried about it because it's so big and heavy.
Yeah, my 240, when I had those 240s, one of them was, the last one was acrylic. That acrylic one, that it got scratched all to hell. That's why I don't like acrylics.
Well, even if that one leaks, it's
Yeah,
still
but resealing it's nothing.
big
For
enough.
that price, yeah.
All right, back to the Tory egg scraper. This one is my favorite version. Where's the camera? There it is.
Yeah.
So it has like the little spot for your thumb there, and then right there.
Yeah, is that like version 7?
Version 5.1. I don't think I was.
I've got 5.x.
Okay, I've got 5.x here. And then I still can't find the newest one. I don't know.
Have you tried the polisher?
Yeah, I'm running 3 of them currently.
I've got the polisher, and then I got to take the tube out to get like the canister section out.
Mm-hmm.
But my power head is not working.
Oh, the actual tray. Okay, so no, I'm still running the filter socks. I have one of those.
Yeah.
I just haven't used it yet because it wasn't when he said when he was talking about it. I had something completely different pictured in my mind.
Yeah, and they have little baskets to put in this too.
Yeah. See, I just want something for polyfilm because that's all I care about. I don't need like lava rock or whatever in there for bio.
Yeah,
I just need mechanical.
I've got a big bag of polyfill, but I wanted to put a little bit of bio ring or something, just because there's like this is pretty big for like a small tank. But like this whole thing is sweet.
Yeah, and I wish they would make it to fit on a 125 too. I've said that like 8 times, and we're on version like 84, and it still doesn't fit on a 125.
I mean, if you ask in the forum, they probably will. But if no one answers you, I can do it for you. You just have to extend this out like an inch.
Yeah, my 125 could really use it.
It's pretty easy, but
I'm lazy.
I don't want to modify someone else's file. That's theirs. But if they don't do it, then just let me know and I can send you a copy of an edited version.
What I really like is the tray, like the one from Lowell's Fish Lab.
Yeah, I got like 6 of them right over there.
Yeah, I really like that. It's good for quarantining. It's good for fry.
Yeah, that's what my ornate baby is in there right now.
Mm. I can actually scoop these eggs out from here.
One thing that I kind of wish about it is if it didn't actually clamp onto the top of a tank, if it was just made with like floats, so it stayed at the top of the water level. Because since I've been using it, I've noticed, as that tank evaporates a little bit, when the water level gets lower, it really, because like I fine-tuned the airflow, and then as the tank level evaporates down, less water or less air, starts going through, and so it starts making it even weaker and weaker. And at one point, I noticed I wasn't actually having any water coming through the uptake or whatever. The uplift tube wasn't getting any water because the water level in the tank was like 2 inches down. And I was like, it's nice that it clamps on the top, but it'd probably be nice if it just stayed right on the water level.
I feel like you could just cut out some styrofoam.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely just float it.
Are you talking about like the floating traps to put fry in?
No, just like here. Let me grab one.
Yeah, I can't take mine out, but
I was gonna say that Mitchell Broom has a great.
Yeah, like this one's not being used right now, but so like if you just took off the sides and just had like a styrofoam or something just to keep it on the top of the water level, because the air is uplifting through here, but then like as your water level starts like here, when it starts getting down to like here, you lose a lot of that power. You lose that. It's like a Venturi or whatever. That you just get way less water flow. And then if you let the water get down to like here, then you basically just aren't getting anything new into the fry basket, and your fish is just like your babies are sitting in stale water. So that's the only thing that I didn't like. And of course, it's I should be looking at it every day and
Topping
filling
it
up the
off.
water, but
We don't. I mean, I've got multiple things here that are below the rim.
yeah.
It's the way it is. If I only had like 1 or 2 tanks, then it would be full all the time. But
Yeah, that would be like on these side sections here. Maybe just like add like a little thing here and then put a pool noodle on it. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Because like this thing is great, but I noticed that one time when the water wasn't actually cycling through it, I was like, oh shit, that's not good. So, but the design is amazing.
oh, I was informed that I have about 20 minutes till dinner's ready. So just FYI.
Oh yeah, we've been here for like an hour and 45. Already.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we can go ahead and cut her off here.
Audrey, yeah, that is Lowell's or Lowell's, whatever you say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want
He's
to thank
also got
everybody coming.
yeah, sorry. He's got the egg catcher too, which I like. I need to get one of those.
The what now?
For like, he's got an egg catcher for egg scatterers. So you like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. I don't have one. That's like the only thing I don't have now.
I like that idea. He said it's good, but you definitely get less eggs than you would if you were to like manually catch them in like a cup that you would pull out. But if you've got like 50 tanks, you're not checking 50 cups every day.
Yeah. I really like things that are passive, even if I don't get the same yield. It just makes it easier for me, and I care more about that.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's like most people probably.
Well, I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. Bob, thanks again for coming up.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Kyle, Mike.
It may take a minute, but I always try to come on anytime I'm asked.
Yeah, anytime you want to come up, just feel free. Everybody in chat, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe, go ahead and hit it now. And we will catch everybody on the next one.
All right. Catch you later.
See you.